Hi everyone, this is Bert. I know it's been a while since I made a video or anything, but it's been 3 accounts that's been closed down because they made a video about Nibiru and about a comet. But one is about Nibiru, and BP Earthwatch, his account was closed. He said someone had this account, but he basically gained it back somehow. And he reloaded the video that he posted before that someone else had. So before they tried to delete his video again, I'm going to record it myself and show y'all everything that he's talking about this planet. So here we go.
December 30th, 2015. Happy New Year's, guys, to everyone around this planet. What we're looking at is a website from JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory of NASA, April 2014. It says a cold and quick, fast-moving brown dwarf. It's picked up here on 2 different satellites in 2010 by WISE, which is a newer satellite than Spitzer, and then in 2013 a couple of images from Spitzer. Both are infrared. That means you cannot see them with the naked eye. Now, what we're looking at here on the right is an artist's rendition of what this object may look like. But the animation shows the coldest brown dwarf yet seen. That's important to this video. Very important. It's the 4th closest system to our sun. And you're looking at images from 2010, 2011. The thing that's important here, it says WISE was able to spot the rare object because it surveyed the entire sky twice in infrared light, observing some areas up to 3 times. It says this object appeared to move really fast in the WISE data, and that told us it was something special. It says that a lot of the dwarfs can be invisible when viewed by visible light telescopes, but their thermal glow, even in feeble light, stands out in infrared light. Now, if you look at this chart, you see the sun in the middle, the Oort clouds, the second circle out, that's your area of the comets, supposedly. But this object, they're calling it WISE 0855, is very cold. It's the coldest one yet. And what's happened is the technology and the satellites and their infrared ability has increased. Now, over to the right, you're looking at something that's hotter called 1049. And when they resolved it, it was a pair of binary stars. Now, you're looking at probably 1800 to 2000 degrees on these. But and I just want to point out what they're looking at. But these darker ones, the cooler ones, I think is what we're dealing with. On the right, you're looking at what's called a T-class brown dwarf, and that's also in the chart. That's the one where they saw 2 together. But it's much hotter, from up about 2,000 degrees, and you can see that's because they believe there's droplets of molten iron and minerals floating in the atmosphere. We've seen the same thing happen with chemtrails. But here you've got different classifications of dwarf, and we're going to add one to the left. The M-class are the coolest stars that can still burn successfully. The L-class dwarfs are cooler than the M stars. The T-class have a surface temperature of around 8 to 1800 degrees. Then the Y-class are about the temperature of a household oven or the temperature of a human body, right in that area. So now let's add, since they haven't used Z, we're going to do this and add a Z class, and that's the new object that was picked up last year. Minus 86 degrees Fahrenheit, pretty cold. You're getting on up in there. Now, we're dealing with this. So what we've done is, if you look at the scale from the sun to the M class to different sized brown dwarfs and Jupiter, that gives you a scale. But this was before this Z class object. Now the particular object we're looking at is very far away, but this brown dwarf is called Gliese 2229b. What it is that's the small object, and the 229 Gliese object is the large object, the larger sun. You're picking it from Palomar and Hubble a year apart. These are infrared objects, infrared telescopes also. You cannot see this by the visible eye. Could there be something behind our sun at the present? We're going to look at this. A main sequence star that lacks the mass necessary to explode in a supernova will become a white dwarf, a dead star that has burned through all of its hydrogen and helium fuel. but the white dwarf remains hot for sometimes, much like a stove burner still emits heat even when it has been turned off. After another time has passed, all the leftover heat will have radiated away. Now that's what we're dealing with this cooler star. Now I'm not saying this is the object we're dealing with, I'm simply showing an example of what they're picking up with the newer technology. And again, I think something may be behind our sun. First, an object comes in and disrupts the orbit inside the Oort cloud. That's where they say the comets are. Look at this I-Sun, Siding Spring, Elenin, Comet Hartley. Notice the date, March 12, 2012. Remember that date. Next, as it approaches, just like with I-Sun, solar X-flares, earthquakes due to the mass, electrical charge of the object. These events would precede the close approach by a few years and continue after the close approach for a few years. The effects on Earth would occur on almost the same days each year as the Earth rotated around the Sun and was at the point between the Sun and the incoming object. It would probably change about a month in 2 or 3 years, depending on the angle of the incoming object. Once it went around the Sun, it would decrease. Once it started coming around the Sun, back to the Earth's side, these events would increase. Now, is there data to back this up? That's the point of the video. Let's look at it. I want to go to 2010 in March. And this happened in February. We're dealing with about 3 or 4 week period of time here because of the difference in the angle of approach year to year. But this is after the big Chile earthquake. It says that the Chile earthquake has shortened Earth's days and that it had shifted the Earth's axis. This report on the 12th, it happened at the end. Now let's go up to March 11th, 2011, the next year. What happened? Major flares caused the Fukushima earthquake that's destroying this planet. That's major. March 11th, remember that. Remember March 12th when I showed you eyes on the solar system? Nothing was behind the Earth except Mars. Nothing in alignment visible. Now what happened in 2011, and I did a video on this, 2 days before that, an X1 solar flare erupted. As that came across the Earth towards the direction of whatever object we're watching or trying to watch, it caused that Fukushima earthquake. I have a video tracked it to 2:45 p.m. Tokyo time that afternoon. It says, and this is important, March 11th, 2015, this year, is it starting to come back around from the Sun? March 12th, NASA will launch a fleet of spacecraft to investigate the mystery of the magnetic reconnection. When the Sun magnetic field lines cross, cancel, reconnect, and bang, a solar flare explodes. Notice also, March 11th, an X2 solar flare and radio blackout. All week long, sunspot AR-2297 has been crackling with solar flares. Guys, we did videos on this. Today it produced a big one on March 11th, 1620 TUT. Earth orbiting satellites picked up that X2 flare. Now let's go back to 2012. This is the key, and this is where one of the angles was critical before it went behind the Sun. Again, my hypothesis. At that time, we had a 40% chance of X flares. That's very strong. We had an X5, guys, on March 7th. This is what was happening. Remember, we're dealing with a 2 or 3 week period. Each time from the end of February to up about March 13th, about 2 weeks. And it takes 2 to 3 days for these flares to come across our planet. This was not the only event. There were other flares and coronal mass ejections. You're looking at that date, notice March 12, 2012, a reversal of the magnetopause. You've seen this before. Never in the history of recorded satellite data has this happened. And you're looking at satellite instruments that orbit our planet. The magnetopause, which is normally coming from the right, you see the dot in the center with the white side, that's the Sun side, was completely overcome by an external force. March 12, 2012, up into the 13th, the front side burn-off. Remember, this to the right is supposed to be the Sun side, but it had lost its solar stream power as far as which one was the strongest, the outer incoming or the Sun. That went on until the 13th. And this time, on March 7th through the 20th, 2012, the U.S. Air Force Space Command reported that solar storms had temporarily knocked out American military satellites. NASA also reported that these powerful flares heated the Earth's upper atmosphere with the biggest dose of infrared radiation since 2005. Another important date, another model. Let's start March 11th, 2012. Again, you guys have seen this, and I'm trying to relate why this happened. It was historical. It never happened before, as far as we know, because we never had instruments to record it. As we're going through the 12th, you're starting to see again, the sun's energy is coming from the right, the solar stream. You're seeing those powerful flares that we talked about, throwing off in the red. You're starting to see an energy to the left start to pull in and overcome that. Look at that on the 12th.
Why is the music playing?
The magnetic lines of force in our Earth shield is now pushing towards
the sun.
The bottom image is from the NICT in Japan. When this event happened, they took that model down and have not put it back up yet. If you go to the top model, which I used and it's on my website, put in these dates, they have removed that. It says it's invalid dates.
What is going on? Why is the music
playing? Look at the solar stream completely pulled back from the 12th through the 13th.
BB Earthwatch never play music when he doing the video.
And the Earth is between it and the sun at this time. One of the hypotheses, and we're dealing with something that we don't know the orbital period, but what is known is the reversal happened on March 12th through the 13th, and year after year in the last 3 or 4 years, we've seen the massive flares and earthquakes.
It's like somebody trying to cut off
one
him talking and playing music in the background in the video.
And on the outer edge, you would have the least effects. But when these two objects come in close, right here, that would be the time of the most energetic reaction between the sun and Nemesis, and that's what they were studying at this point, or a member of its solar system. Remember, these dwarf stars can have planets. These are, again, infrared images that we've been looking at. Remember, not visible by the human eye. So, that's just one orbital pattern that they're talking about. Also, that if you're trying to calculate time, it's just like a comet coming into the sun. As they get closer, the orbit speeds up, then slows back down. Now, this is a study from space.com by Robert Roy Britt. It's the orbit of Nemesis. They were looking for it. They spent millions and millions of dollars putting up infrared satellites. NASA, European Space Agency, the big Earth-based satellites in Chile, and the Vatican's Lucifer lens on Mount Graham in Arizona are all infrared. Why? Now, you look at that orbit, and Earth is between, in the blue dot there, between the sun and Nemesis on its outer orbit. Then imagine as Nemesis came in closer, and we're saying now it's behind the sun, how that would affect. But as it approached closer, these effects would increase. Now, the model that I like better is what's called the ellipse orbit. And you see this, the sun with an object that does not rotate, say in a figure 8, but around it like a planet, but it has a close approach. And during that orange section in the back, if you had Earth during that section, you would have us between the reactions between that object, which they were looking for, called Nemesis, and our sun. What you're looking at there is Sirius, set B, the little dot in the bottom left, and Sirius A in the blue. Infrared images, we didn't know it was there. It reminds me of some of the images that you see now, two suns. But in the 80s, scientists suggested the presence of Nemesis. It brought about millions of dollars worth of research money. And they're thinking that at that time it could be part of a 26 million year cycle. I think it's closer to a 12,000 year cycle with several years in between, because of there's other planetary objects involved with this dark star. Is this why they're talking about climate chaos? Is this why right now there's warm Arctic storms that are going to hurl hurricane force winds at the UK and Iceland and push temperatures up to 72 degrees in the North Pole?
Put it down.
Remember, I have a video up March 5th. During this timeline, the closest approach of an asteroid we've had in a long time. What are we looking at? What could cause the magnetopause to reverse? and blow that solar string backwards into the face of the sun. We're watching it. It's a heads up. Love to hear your opinion. Be safe.
Alright, everybody. I don't know what happened as far as the music playing in the background. I don't think that had anything to do with BP or Earthwatch at all, because when he normally play videos, on his channel, any type of video, every time he make a video, he never play any type of music at all. It sounded like at first I was hearing, come on. At first it sounded like I was hearing people talking in the background, and as he was talking, I heard some type of voices in the background of the video, and then I started hearing music, and I never heard BP Earthwatch play any type of music at all, and I'm quite sure a lot of you know he don't play any videos. The verb, be quiet. But I'm about to show y'all evidence of the two suns that he's talking about. Just be very patient with me. I'm trying to look it up real fast so y'all can see what he's talking about as far as the two suns that everybody's seeing. Not everybody's seeing it. It's probably in some parts of the earth that people are seeing it. But let me see. These are recent videos too of, here we go. Okay, this is one right here. I have one right here. Right behind the sun. And it's blue, just like what he was talking about.
Wow.
I'm gonna show y'all the date when it was made. And the date for that, it was December 28th of 2015, as y'all can see right there. And there's another video of someone recording it as well. If you all go to Nick Thomas' page, y'all will see all the videos that he posted about this Nibiru thing for years now. He been posting this thing for years about a planet-sized object behind our sun and stuff, and he been doing this for years. But now we in 2015 on December 28th, and not 28th, but December 31st, and you know people still seeing this, but it's getting brighter and bigger, and it's starting to show a little bit more than it used to. And compared to what BP was talking about, is the same object. It's blue, and that's what's being seen in the sky that I just showed y'all of this man that just recorded. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. Nobody can say this is not true when it's right here in y'all face. It's right there. It's not a lens flare. That lens flare is right here, right there. I know y'all see all the lens flare moving around, but the one that's right behind the sun, that blue dot, that big blue dot, is not a lens flare. That's what BP was talking about. Now, the reason I ain't been making videos and stuff, because I felt it was no point in even trying to, you know, spread anything as far as what's going on out there anymore, because I made too many of them, and I got tired of trying to help y'all when y'all don't listen. Y'all just want to believe what y'all want to believe, and I really got fed up with it. I'm like, what's the point of me keep trying to warn people when no one wants to believe anything that anybody put out there? They want to believe what the government say, but they want to believe anything that we say. So I got tired of trying to help y'all, and I just stopped. I literally just stopped making videos, like literally. But the only reason I'm doing this because it seems like it's important to the government that they don't want to get this out there, so I'm posting this out there. And hopefully you guys watch it before they delete my account or my Facebook or my YouTube account. I'm not sure if they are going to do it. But I showed y'all a video of BP's Earthwatch video that was deleted. They deleted his whole account because of that main video. His whole account. Somehow he regained his account back. But I'm recording this so y'all can see what he posted. And I'm proving to y'all of this object that was shown in the video that he put up. So this is what's behind the sun right now as we speak. This is it. It's not red, it's not orange, it's blue. So don't be confused because it's not orange or it's not red that it's not Nibiru. It don't have to be orange or red or whatever. Y'all don't even know what color it is yourself. You know, y'all just going by what other people are saying. But this is reality. This is what people are seeing today. This is what people are seeing behind the sun today. So if y'all don't believe this, then that's on y'all. Y'all putting yourself in danger by not believing something that's right in your face. And that's another thing. You know, it makes me sick when people talk about, you know, us when it's right in their face. Like all this stuff that's going on with the earth going through this storms and comets going by and solar flares. And, you know, we got a solar flare that's going to hit the earth today. It's going to cause a magnetic storm or something like that. You know, something like that. Excuse me, but this is probably my last video that I'm gonna make. I just wanted to do this video before before they try to delete this video again. But they deleted at least 3 accounts. There's been another one that's been deleted that made a comment. They made a video about a comet, and it was one that made a video about Nibiru, which is the same video that BP Earthwatch just did. It's the same video, but I think BP Earthwatch somehow got the information and he put it out there on his, and someone deleted his account, but he gained his back. So I'm doing the same thing basically. But this is pretty much all I have to say. I mean, this might be my last, and I'm quite sure there's a lot of y'all that's not gonna believe it. Y'all gonna debunk it and say, oh, it's fake and blah blah. Y'all ain't gonna believe it, but I'm putting out there anyway, even though I know y'all gonna do the same thing y'all have been doing. Y'all gonna just try to forget about it, and that's so annoying. Because it's like y'all acting like little children when y'all just do that stuff. I hate stupidity. I hate it so much. When it's right in y'all face, y'all still debunk it. I don't get it. That means y'all look stupid. And the government wants y'all to be stupid. They don't want y'all knowing nothing. Why do y'all think that these accounts and stuff being deleted? Because they know it's true. So they're going to delete all these accounts. But they're gonna say the user deleted their own account. Why would the user delete their own account when they put something... information out there for you to see? Why would they delete their own information for? Why would they delete their whole account over one video? Like, it don't make, and then y'all believe it. Y'all believe they deleted their account, and then everything they showed on that video they made that was important, y'all don't want to believe that because y'all want to believe nothing ain't gonna happen to y'all. So y'all try to just live y'all life, make it seem like nothing ain't gonna happen, make it seem like government ain't hiding anything. Y'all know they hiding stuff from y'all. Y'all just don't want to believe it. But yeah, there's nothing we can do about it, but at least what y'all can do is prepare for it. You know, to be with y'all family more, and You know, yeah, we can't stop it. I'm quite sure y'all don't want to know anything about it neither. I don't either, but if it's right there, I'm not going to ignore it. You know, it's stupid. Why do y'all think they're telling y'all to stock up on food and everything else? And this climate chaos thing, nothing happened, but something's about to happen. All this stuff coming to pass in the Bible and everything else. You know, come on now. But, you know, I'm wasting my breath talking to y'all right now. But, this is pretty much all I have to say. Y'all decide what y'all want to do. Either believe it or not. Which I know a lot of y'all not gonna believe it. Y'all gonna just be stupid and not believe it. The small ones out there gonna believe, and they know. The true people know what's going on. We know we're not stupid. The ones that are stupid is the ones that not believing. But y'all use y'all stupidity on believing what y'all want to believe, and the small ones going to suck on food and everything else, while the non-believers is just going to just live their lives and focus on getting money and stuff like that, whatever. Be all into the money ain't gonna last. But that's pretty much all I have to say. This may be the last of y'all might see of me. So God bless you all. Love you all. And I just hope you all wake up. That's all I have to say.